If you travel a lot or just hate pulling out a full-size iron every time something is wrinkled, take a look at this. This is the KOKABI 2-in-1 steamer and iron. And what I really like about it is that I can use it like a traditional iron or use it as a handheld steamer. I'm going to show you both because I tested this on some pretty sudden wrinkles. First, let me show you what comes with it. You get the steamer and the iron itself, a resting plate, a little measuring cup for adding water, the instructions, and it even comes with a storage bag, which is really nice if you're planning on traveling with it. And that's one of the big reasons I wanted something like this. It's so much more compact than having a separate traditional iron and clothes steamer. The head also rotates 90 degrees, so I can position it depending on whether I'm steaming something vertically or using it flat like an iron. And there's a nice large ceramic heating surface, so even though the unit itself is compact, you're still getting a good amount of surface area when you're ironing. For steaming, I'm just adding water to the tank using the included measuring cup. And look how quickly this heats up. It was ready for me in about 9 seconds. That's a huge plus when you're traveling or getting ready and you realize at the last minute that whatever you want to wear is completely wrinkled. It also has this LED display with 4 different fabric modes. You have settings for dry ironing, silk, cotton, and linen, and woolen fabric, so I can adjust it depending on what I'm working with. First, I wanted to try it as an actual iron without the steam. This is where the 2-in-1 design comes in handy. I can lay my clothes flat and use a ceramic plate just like I would a regular iron. And it's small enough that it's really easy to maneuver around the shirt. So if I'm doing collars, cuffs, or just wanting something pressed rather than steamed, I don't need another appliance for that. Now this is the test I really want to show you because these pants had some pretty noticeable wrinkles. I can hang them up and use it as a regular garment steamer, which is great when I don't feel like setting anything up. I can just steam the wrinkles while the clothing is hanging. But for some of those more sudden wrinkles, I can also put the clothing down and use it flat. And I purposely only did one side of the pants because I wanted to see if there was actually a noticeable difference. Okay, look at this. This side hasn't been done yet. And this is the side I just finished. That difference is what sold me. It did a really good job getting out those deeper wrinkles. Then I decided to give it another challenge. These are my heavier bedroom drapes, and I'm obviously not taking these down every time they need a little touch-up. So this is where being able to switch back to a handheld steamer is really convenient. I can just leave the drapes hanging and work my way down them. And here's how they looked afterward. For me, the biggest advantage is really having these 2 functions in one. I don't necessarily have to pull out my big traditional iron for one thing, and then have a separate garment steamer for something else. This is compact, it's easy to use, it heats up incredibly fast, and most importantly, it actually did a really good job getting out those sudden wrinkles. And because it packs into this little storage bag, this is something I can easily bring with me when we want to travel. So whether I'm touching up something at home or dealing with clothes that have been smashed into a suitcase, I really like having the option to either steam them hanging up or iron them flat with one little machine.